Hey, welcome back to EdTech. Today we are continuing with the JavaScript array method, and today's is a very interesting method, that is the most famous splice, the most talked about splice. So what is this splice all about? Splice is a method in JavaScript whereby you can add or remove items from a JavaScript array. Okay, so you can add and you can remove in a specified index position, and you can even replace items. So by doing splice, what happens? The original array is changed, is mutated. So that is what you have to remember about splice. Okay, so let's see how it is done, how it is spliced. So let's consider a variable. Let's consider an array which is contained in this variable old. So variable old is an array in which, let me consider some items. Okay, let me consider some names. Mira, my favorite name. Okay, and I'm not writing capital letters, that's okay, that's just for the sake of examples. And Mike and Ginny and Peter. Okay, sorry for any grammatical mistake, if any. Peter. Okay, the semicolon. Now let's consider how to splice it. So I want to call this new array, or let me call it as new, var new. So I'm making another array. Okay, which is I'm going to splice. So let me splice the old and then assign it to a new array, okay, which is called new. Okay, so old, how do you do that? Old, the previous array, old array, dot splice, P-L-I-C-E, then the parenthesis. So in the parenthesis, you have these following arguments to have this process done. What is the first argument? The first argument would be the index position. The first argument would be the index position at which the addition or the removal of items takes place. And the second one, so I just write index here, later I'll change it. And the second argument would be the number, or rather the number of items. The number of items to remove, remember, not to add. And the third argument is the items that is to be added. So item 1 to item 6, item n, like nth number, whatever it is, or the semicolon. Okay, so this is like this. Now remember, when you're adding the item, it could be or, meaning it could be 2 items, 3 items, n number of items, or it could be just one item. And don't forget to add it like a string. Okay, so this was supposed to be a comment. So this is comment so that you don't find it in the result. Okay, so let me consider this new again. Okay, so let's actually set about doing it. Old dot splice in the parenthesis. So I'll write the index at which I want to, let's say I want to add, okay, the first example. So I want it to happen at index 0, the first position, you know that, right? And then the number of items to remove. Let's say I want to remove one item, and I want to mention the item that I want to add. Let's say I have add over here, so let me say Jean. I want to add Jean. That's the name, right? and then I just put the semicolon, and then I call for the result. Document.write. I want to call for the old array because we want to check if the old array is mutated, right? That's what is supposed to happen. What happens after you do this operation? So document.write old. Let's check it out. Oh, sorry. Var new is old dot splice 01 gene. Now what went wrong? Okay, I think I should remove this. Already mentioned, so you should remember that. Okay. So var new is old dot splice 0, 1 and gene. Okay, 0 position, 0 index position, and 1 item to be removed at that particular 0 index position, and the new item to be added is gene. So document.write old. Okay. Let me say, instead of new, let me call it R. Okay, var R. New cannot be used. Sorry, that's a different explanation for that. I'll tell you later. In JavaScript, new stands for something else. Okay, so let's forget about that argument. So let's call it R. Okay, so this is considered as a new. This is a new array, and the first one is an old array. So let me call the R, not R, sorry, old. Okay, so I have Gene and Mike, Ginny, Peter. So what happens is, at position 0 was Mira, so that one is replaced by Gene. Now, and then the rest of the items remain, but it's mutated because the first item has been replaced. Now, if I write more than one item, that is Jean, and then I write Mary, I can write any number of items. Let's check it out. So Jean and Mary gets added. Interesting, right? Okay. Now, if I don't write 1, but if I write 2, so 2 items would be removed. That at 0 position, right? So let's see. Jean, Mary, Mike. Here, that means initially it was only Jean added, but here instead of position 0 Mira, so there first Jean and Mary would come, and then even Anne would be removed. So Mira and Anne would be removed. In its place Jean and Mary would come. See, Anne has been removed, Mira has been removed, the first 2 position elements removed, replaced by the new items Jean and Mary. And then it's even if it's instead of position 0, I'm just showing it to the same, it's easier for you. Position 1 also it can happen. Index position 1, which is at Anne. So in this case, the Mira would remain. Instead, the Anne, the Anne and the Mike removes and replaced by these 2. See, Anne and Mike is not there. Instead of that, Jean and Mary there. And so on. And you can even have, like, if I say no items, if I say instead of 2, 0 means no items are removed. So check it out here. So the original item is returned. The original array is returned with the replacement Jean and Mary. It's mutated, but nothing has been removed. Mutated because of the addition, but nothing has been removed. Mira and Jean has been added at position 1. Position 1. Mary and what was our addition? Jean and Mary was supposed to be added at position 1, but nothing removed. So position 1, Jean, Mary added, but nothing has been removed. It could happen like that. So just replacement happens at that index position with nothing removed. Now in this particular case, if I say instead of document.old, if I say document.write R, what happens? Document.write R, okay. Why? Because nothing is removed. Because R is supposed to be that particular array which is returned with the changes that happens. Now in this, with the addition or removal. In this case, nothing has been removed. Addition will happen into the original array, not the new array, right? So that one we already saw the result. Document.write old array. Meera, Jean, Mary. This is the old array. Return with the changes, the mutated changes. But the new one, when you do that, it returns empty because nothing has been removed. Whereas, if one item was removed and then you do document, when you alert or console.log R, what happens? An. You get an. Why? Because an was removed at position 1. At index position 1, what item could be removed? An. If it was index position 0, console.log. If index position is, not index position, I'm sorry. This should be remain 1. Index position 0. Index position 0. Meera, or in the console.log Meera. This is for the R, the array, the new array, because the new array contains whatever item removed. If no item removed, 0 item removed, it will return an empty array. Hope you understood. What if you do a negative index position? Negative, -1. Oh, sorry. -1. The change will happen over there. -1 starts in the reverse, right? So at Peter. So this is the new array. It will remove the Peter. Or console.log will show Peter. Okay, so if you call for the new one here, the old one, if you do document.write old, the old array, result is this. Now this is for the new one. The result is this: Meera, Anne, Mike, Jenny, Jean, Mary. It does not return Peter. Peter is removed, right? And if you do console.log R, it will give you Peter. Why? Peter is the last item which is removed. What if you do -2? Ginny. See, Ginny, which is the last item. Last item was Peter, -1, -2 is Ginny. So Ginny, when you do console.log for the new array, the one which is removing items, it will give you Ginny. But if you do console.log, or okay, let's do console.log for old. Alert also old. All old, huh? So you will get this array: Meera, Anne, Mike, Jean, Mary, Peter. Ginny is not there. Ginny is removed. There you go. You get a new. You get the old array mutated one with Ginny removed. The Ginny was at -2. Remember before in the reverse direction. -2. So that one is removed, and then the mutated array you get when you call for the old array. So this is how it happens. So I hope you understood. If there's any confusion around it, do let me know whether you're clear about it or not. But this is quite interesting. And do remember to subscribe to my channel, because I will be adding many such array methods in future classes. See you in my next array method class, which is slice. And Stay safe, stay subscribed until then. Ciao.